Oh, hi Diksha. Uh, Guest speaker for tonight has joined. Okay, so let me just start with the session now that Diksha is here. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our very special event celebrating the women in the tech industry tonight. I'm your host, Avni Bhattacharjee, and we have an incredible evening planned ahead. Filled with inspiration, insights, and empowerment, I'm thrilled to see so many bright faces here tonight and ready to delve into the world of technology and innovation. So, before we kick things off, let me introduce our esteemed guest speaker for tonight. She's a trailblazer in her own right, a woman who not only dared to dream but also turned those dreams into reality. Please give a very warm welcome to our guest speaker today, Diksha Dwivedi. So, as most of you know, she's recently secured an internship at Microsoft and also at uh, Atlantic, if I'm pronouncing it correct. So, hi Diksha.
It's Atlassian. It's Atlassian.
Oh, my bad. Atlassian. So, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. It's truly an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as the speaker of this session. So I'm doing great. How are you all? Yes, Gauri.
Sorry, it was by mistake.
Okay, it's
Okay, so for starters, can you share with our audience how your journey into coding began? Like the first thing that you remember?
Yes, eventually I started off with web development in my first semester. I think it was a course of Code with Harry. I wasn't aware of DSA as of in my first semester. Then we had that C in our course curriculum, and for
Mm.
that I had to study that. So we started off with C, and then I got to know about DSA in my second semester. So eventually, I started DSA in my second year, wherein I explored many courses and how to like start off with the journey. So basically, it was a hit and trial method for me, and then eventually we went. Our group of friends went to complete an entire course for that. I think it took me 1 year or so, but eventually we completed that. So this is how I started off. Yeah.
So basically, you started CP also quite early on.
No, not CP. I was telling you that we had a C in our course curriculum in my first semester. I think everyone has it in
Yeah,
their
but
first.
DSA also you did, no?
Yeah, I started DSA in my second year. For now, also, I have not started CP as of now. It's like basic, like do CP. So
Okay.
CP is not one of like cup of my tea.
Yeah, that's anyway. So addressing the elephant in the room, how did you land your Microsoft internship? Like you applied directly or through somewhere?
Yes, I applied directly to the Microsoft career portal, but I was not just specific to Microsoft. I was following a job post, like one Telegram page, wherein he posted different job posts. So I was applying different jobs at a point, not specifically Microsoft. Eventually, I got to know that we need to also search through career portals, like directly from the career portals. Not all the jobs were posted in that job portal, so you need to be aware of different companies and their career portals, and then you need to apply through that. And uh, Atlassian and Microsoft was only both of the companies which I had like a reply back from them. The online assessment, I got it from there. So only these two companies I got like online assessment link, and I got them both.
That's nice, but both are major companies.
Yeah. Yes.
So then, what was the process after that? Like you gave the quiz online and then an interview directly, or
Yes, I got a link for online assessment, which was for every girl who applied in Atlassian. Like there was a common link for every girl. The timing was also the same. So we had like four questions. One was easy, and two were medium level questions, and one was hard. Which eventually the last question I couldn't solve, but all the other three questions, all the test cases passed. So this was the process for relation. Like each and every girl gets an opportunity for the same. For Microsoft, it did not mention that it's for women, but eventually after analysis, we got to know that it was only for women for off-campus students. So no other male uh, candidate got the mail for the online assessment. So this was the
That's nice. So
yeah.
later on, if you're comfortable with it, just share some of the channels and groups that you'd used to hunt for these internships, because I'm sure a lot of us are also looking for summer internships right now.
Yes, you'll get three to four major platforms on Telegram. They are posting a lot of job opportunities, so you can follow them on like Telegram. If you want, then I can share. But where should I share?
You can put
Like
it
I
in the
don't use
chat maybe.
Telegram.
Oh,
Telegram on my like laptop.
maybe we can chat at the end of the session. You can send it to Roshi and she can forward it to all of us.
Definitely, definitely. I'll share all the job channels, and they are really helpful.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
yeah, yeah. You
So,
need to just get
yeah,
updated with all the job opportunities. You need to keep applying. You don't have to lose hope or faith that you're not going to get it and then leave it. You
yeah.
need to apply eventually
But
for all
even
the job
honestly, applying also takes so much time for every single company now, because some of the portals you have to keep putting the same job, work experience, education every single time. Like, उसमें भी an hour and a half course you have to apply to 4 to 5 places.
like, but if you are ready with your resume and like some companies demand cover letter and all, if you're ready with that, you'll apply within 15 minutes or so, and you have to get that extra effort. It's not
Yeah,
just you need to do DSA or prepare for CP is a very more far thing rather than just like thinking of CP is really tough. So there are little things you need to do just to get an opportunity.
yeah, that's there. So, do you have any recommendations for the online resources that you use for learning things, like any YouTube channels like Code with Harry and what else?
Code with Harry is not my recommended thing because he helps you in getting into code world.
Yeah,
For if brilliancy or you need to get to achieve something, there are more channels. I think you might know about Striver and Love Buffer. It's
yeah,
based on your interests. So basically, firstly, I followed Sumit Malik. Now he is no more into this teaching. For now, he teaches Java, DSA in Java. So I started my journey with Java programming language, wherein it was he taught very well. I completed around 250 questions, like basic questions of him, wherein I
full name?
Sumit Malik.
Oh, okay.
Sumit Malik, he had a channel Pep Coding where I used to code. Now this is no more functional. Because of some reason he discontinued this. But I think now from Feb or January he started it again, but not into DSA. So he was a very good teacher. He only introduced DSA teaching style in this industry. He was the first teacher. So
Oh,
I started off with him, but eventually I I got introduced for C++. Like I prepared C++ for my interviews.
yeah,
So I studied it from Striver, like the SD sheet. Um, these are the two things I followed, like SD sheet of Striver, and also you can refer to A to Z. It's just that if you are like starting off with any of the teachers, you need to complete that entire playlist.
yeah,
That's the most important thing, and you need to be consistent. That's all everyone knows. So this is the first online resource I recommend. The second thing I would suggest is a website known as PRAMP, PRAMP. This is very useful for interview preparation. Uh, you must try it. You can prepare for DSA rounds, data science rounds, and also behavioral rounds. So it's really very good. If you try it, you'll understand the like website very much when you try it. So it's very really good for me. Like I did pram for 1 month. They schedule an interview for you, and you are like giving a real time interview, but you are not going to be judged. Yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
yes, you can prepare from there because eventually your speaking skills, even if you don't know a question, you need to be really very confident that I don't know it right now, but I'll do it whenever needed. You need to show that.
I'll just put
So
this into the meet chat for anyone.
yeah,
You prep.
it is a must try.
Oh,
Pramp
nice.
is a must try. Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Yes.
Some,
Yes, Pramp is free. Yeah, Pramp is free. You get there are times also like you can give an interview in the morning at 9:30 and even in the night 9:30 and then 11:30 at night. So there are three times you can give your interview in a day. So it's really very helpful.
yeah, that's very good.
Yeah, and it's free of cost. Like other I think take money for the same, but it's free. The Pramp is really very useful. You
This
must try.
seems pretty hopeful. I think for the people now that placement season is closed, like for me, third year is almost over, but I've not done enough DSA or CP. So, how much time do you realistically think I should grind to properly get at a decent place?
Just do SDE sheet for now. Complete the entire SDE sheet in your summer vacations and start applying. That's it. It's all on luck.
Yeah,
Just be faithful that you will get it. You will get it anyways. There's nothing like you will not get. If you had this doubt in your mind that नहीं यार मुझसे नहीं होगा नहीं क्यों नहीं होगा तुमसे ही होगा you will have to be like that.
yeah, we'll have to manifest it.
Yes, just manifest. हो गया है. I'm
Fair
not
enough.
so very good in coding. I just manifested it what I am today. So just manifest.
Yeah, everything's luck based. I think now almost
Yes.
everyone is very skillful. But
Like my friends are really very talented. I know them genuinely. They
yeah,
have like they did CP also. Like they are just brilliant and they are now at a stipend of 20,000. And I feel so bad for them, but they are like नहीं यार अब जो है किस्मत में वही ना मिलेगा. So you have to be very faithful on yourself and be happy for what you have. That's the first thing. Manifest.
so coming to your 20,000 stipend, now that you'll make big money from your internship, what are your plans? How will you put
No,
it into stocks?
no, I was telling that like my few of the friends have 20,000 stipends who are really very intelligent.
Hmm.
After fourth year,
Oh,
like,
after 14.
yes, that's
Yeah,
the
that's sad.
that,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all on the luck.
Yeah, that it is.
Yes. So what was the question? I missed it.
So now that you will make good stipend from your Microsoft internship, do you know anything about like stocks and mutual funds or like what are your plans with it?
Not much into it, but from my first year, I invested in SIP. From
Oh,
Paytm. Yeah, SIP is a good thing to invest. But now, eventually, when I will be interning, I'll be investing large amount of money, uh, rather than investing like there is a like basic investment amount that is 2,000 rupees. If you
yeah.
start investing from the age of 20, you will eventually end up at a good amount of money whenever you are needed. So SIP for like mutual funds is a very nice platform and investable thing to invest on.
Yeah, it's quite safe, right?
Safest option
In
is
long term
that.
intervals.
Yeah, safest option is that SIP only. As
Hmm.
of what I know.
Yeah. Same. I don't know anything. Maybe mutual funds, that's probably a bit riskier.
But there is like Nifty 50 in that,
Hmm.
uh, where you can invest like except the COVID time, it has always given a profit. you
Yeah.
see the history of it.
But you need patience with all of the long-term games.
Yes, you need to be consistent also. Like if you are investing 500 rupees, you need to be investing it for a long term, not just that abhi 500 kar liya and then starting off with 1 year later. So you
Yeah.
need to be consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. So another thing these days, everything social media, LinkedIn, everything's very addictive. A lot of FOMO. How did you avoid that when you were learning things?
The toughest task.
Yeah.
This task is this, like I am not able to distract myself from this right now also. I if I start scrolling, this is the big deal with today's generation, and I am also facing the same issues. But during my interview preparation, there was uh, a lot of distractions at that time also. So first step is delete that app immediately.
Yeah.
If you if you are thinking that I'll just open it for 30 minutes or 1 hour, it's not gonna work. Just delete that. Delete YouTube also.
Yeah, that's what I did. I deleted Instagram, but then I would use Instagram Web. Then I deactivated my account. Then I would use YouTube Shorts. And now finally I deleted YouTube Shorts also. But Snapchat के वो गंदे गंदे reels भी इतने addictive होते हैं ना. बस
Delete
कुछ नहीं.
everything. Delete everything.
Yeah, there's no option.
Delete everything. Just keep WhatsApp. It's okay to use Instagram web. You will get bored at some point of time. Its UI is not that much good,
Yeah,
but delete that app. This only works. Nothing else will work. Just delete that app for that moment. And then if you are able to now manage things, now you are like detoxify yourself, then you can just install that app and then start it again.
yeah. I think it wouldn't be so bad if everyone just shifted to dabba phones and the digital cameras now. Like then everything will be sorted.
But it can't happen now.
Maybe someday. Let's just hope.
Let's manifest.
Another thing is if you do delete it, then networking becomes so tough. Like if you have it, then you get to connect with people like you on WhatsApp groups, वगैरह.
So WhatsApp is fine. WhatsApp can't be deleted.
Yeah,
This is the point. But you are not gonna scroll on WhatsApp now. The amount of scrolling on Instagram on and YouTube is
yeah.
very much.
So how did you start networking and meeting other people in general?
LinkedIn, only LinkedIn. I started off with sending like requests to everyone.
Connection,
Like, huh?
yeah, connection requests to everyone.
Yes, connection requests to each and every person from different companies. So I started off with Atlassian first because I got this thing
Mm.
like I applied on it from Women in Tech, and then I started to send requests so that I get to get an idea about what kind of questions are asked in online assessments. So that was my first step towards connecting, and then eventually I got addicted for connecting people from different companies
Yeah,
because you get the insights of
yeah.
the company inside. Yeah, so
So
it's very helpful. Yeah.
the two three things that I know on LinkedIn is one is you cold email the people जो भी HRs का होता है. Do you think that works? And the second thing is you just go and check out their other employees and text them.
Yes, I check on employees only. Till now, I haven't cold mailed to HR, but I have like messaged employees for referrals. Not for me. After I got Microsoft and Atlassian,
Mm.
like many friends of me told me that please यार एक बार referral के लिए try करो ना
Yeah,
please तुम्हें मिल जाएगा. So they I got like 3 to 4 students, like friends of mine who got referrals through me, through my connections. So in referrals, it's helpful, but I think for now, as of scenario, referrals are also not working because there are many students who are getting referrals. So
yeah.
there is list of people who are getting referrals. So it's also very tough to get through it.
But even
So
just getting a reply for referrals is also very tough.
yes, yes, but you need to be very short, not a big message for a employee so that he couldn't read it. Just simply, hello, sir, how are you? And just make it simple. So he'll reply. I think he would be replying to the mails
So
or the
what was
messages.
your example message like?
Like simply introducing myself, who am I? and I want a referral directly.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't want to make him like I like buttering him and then asking him for a referral. Just said I need a help, and if I get a referral to this job, so and so on post, send him the link and send him your resume, and then he they also understand our points. It's not
Yeah.
like that. Yes. So you'll get replies from there also. LinkedIn is helpful in 2 to 3 ways also. Like you can get to know about the work-life balance in your company. Like if I have to choose between Atlassian and Microsoft, how will I know that? Then I'll message each and every person in Atlassian and differently. So there is Prashant who is raising his hand.
So everyone who is asking questions, we'll be done with asking her a few basic things in just a bit, and then she can take all of your questions.
Yes. So I was there, like you can ask about the work-life balance, how is the company's working on, what kind of projects they are working on. So it's very helpful in that way also. So I think making connections is really important. Like many of my friends are said, why are you investing time on LinkedIn? But it's useful, na?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's investing time. It's not wasting time.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes is fine for a day. Like 10 to 15 minutes for applying
LinkedIn.
for jobs, 10 to 15 for LinkedIn. It's okay. You can also use it as a distraction from studies.
Yeah. So the last thing is, uh, what was the environment that you grew up in like? Like, do you have tech parents or anything that influenced you towards getting into coding and all of this?
Yes, my parents are not in tech. My father is an engineer. He's a government civil engineer. So not into tech. My mother is a homemaker. So I was not aware that I would be doing this like 4 years before. There was a friend of mine. I followed whatever he did. So quickly, I started off my journey. If he's doing Btech, I will do Btech. If
Yeah.
he's taking CSC, I'll take CSC. So he was a senior of mine. So we both were in the same college, and so eventually I followed him. He was really good in studies. He's in BlackRock right now.
Oh,
So basically, yeah,
damn.
yes, I followed him, and that's what I am. Like he was a senior. He suggested me things, and so he helped me. And this was the only tech environment I was in to be here.
Oh, that's very interesting. But yeah, that helps. Even I have a few friends like that. If I just blindly follow what they're doing, it'll still be enough to do something in life.
Exactly. That's not very good, like blindly following. Like I used to do that, blindly following them, but I was knowing that he whatever he is doing is doing at its best.
Yeah,
Even if I follow him, even in not just in tech, as a person he was really good. So there are few students or few friends in our environment who are really doing well in their life despite of whatever problem they have. They are manifesting, they are being very faithful. I learned that from him, and that was the very good thing that I have in my life right now, because without him I think I was not able to do BTech also.
damn.
So
I'm
so
sure you have a
that
very good pointer, by the way, right?
what?
I'm sure you have a very good like GPA also for Microsoft.
No. Not a very good GPA, but it's 8.4. But for my college,
That's very surprising.
there should for campus placements you need to have 8.5 and above.
Hmm.
So
Same. Even I have like 8.2 or 3 right now, and I really am trying to get it up because same college में 8.5 से above होना चाहिए, but let's see.
it's really tough now to increase the CGPA at
Like
this point.
JPMC वगैरह also directly they're taking only people above 9.5, which is
Yes.
unreasonably high.
Hmm. So my CGP is not so very good because I was also like I was just into DSA, not CP, no ML, no nothing, no projects, only DSA. So I was not so very good in studies. I was just manifesting it, whatever I am today. So just manifestation, faith, and God. That's it.
That's very nice to hear. Maybe we also have some hope now.
Yes.
People are very curious, so now it's time for our audience to ask their questions. Should I read out them from the chat, or do you want to go through them yourself and answer whatever you prefer?
Like, if you read the questions, everyone could hear the questions, I
I'll
think.
read them
So,
out. So the first thing is from Kushi. So did you go to any hackathon when you started off?
no,
So you've still never been to a hackathon?
I had done one, but I couldn't like succeed in that. I had done two hackathons. One was from IBM, and the other was from Amazon. The problem we had from Amazon was you need to have a yes for that. There would be a hackathon for you all if you are in second year. So you'll all have be having the Amazon hackathon in the month of September or October. You need to have a group of four. The problem we had was we only had a group of three. So all our answers were correct. The timing was also correct, but the problem was we did not have the fourth member, and we weren't aware of that. So
Mm.
because of that, we couldn't get into Amazon Hackon. And then in IBM Hackathon, we had our exams, so we couldn't focus on that. So I had only tried two hackathons for now, which I couldn't succeed. So so no hackathons for now.
ठीक है, success overall तो मिल गया. So Prashant is asking how these skills are best for placement. I think he means what skills do you think are prioritized for placements? What would you tell most people right now?
DSA first of all, complete the SD sheet. Like खुद से आना चाहिए ये नहीं कि
Yeah.
और दूसरी चीज अपनी वो प्रैम पे प्रैक्टिस कर लो डू प्रैक्टिस ऑन प्रैम जब भी कोई भी इंटरव्यू शेड्यूल हो प्रैम पे ही
Mm.
प्रैक्टिस करना द थर्ड थिंग इज हैव फेथ नथिंग एल्स कैन बी डन और कुछ नहीं you all of these things are based on luck.
Yeah.
So these three things only can work. और जब SD sheet लगाओगे ना तो last में there are questions. Now I think the module has changed, but Striver has a certain amount of questions for college वाले subjects. So you need to just go through those questions. They are very basic and simple. They don't ask much questions like when I'll be sharing the links for the Telegram group now, I'll share you some important question of SQL queries, which only that 50 questions are being asked. I'll send you the behavioral questions as well, whatever the questions is asked in the HR round. But DSA SD sheet, the DSA round SD sheet is like best.
If it's not too much, then maybe you can just make a general open Google Doc and put all the links on there.
Yes,
That'll be very helpful for a lot of us.
yes. You don't need to do lot of questions, lot of things. Just follow one YouTube channel. Like just follow if
Hmm.
you're following Striver, just follow Striver. He teaches everything. So go for college if you want to study for college subjects. There are only limited questions which he had mentioned in the SD sheet, or I think he has changed a bit in the SD sheet. So you can go through that. So it's enough for placement. That's these skills.
I think the other questions are also similar only. I think you've answered them. They're asking how to make our grasp strong in DSA. That is just follow one channel and complete it. Then
Yes.
Tanya is asking as first year students what should we focus on in our summer holidays?
Start off with DSA and web development or ML. Anything. Web development or ML, whichever is most interesting,
Yeah, I think
you
web
can start.
dev is a good starter thing to learn
Yeah.
coding properly.
Yes.
So
Enjoy in your summer vacations.
yeah, are there any coding related jobs available or do they require specialization like you mentioned for studying data science? Akshit Kamboj is asking that.
Um, where is he asking this?
I think most are general DSC roles, like SDE roles only, no?
There are SDE roles and data scientist role also, but both of these roles require DSA round. Like they have the DSA round. Even if you are applying for data science role, you need to know DSA with Python, which is
Yeah.
more preferable for them. So you need to have DSA. Like for if you're asking about like placement, if you're not done with any good project or anything, you can do it in 1 month. But DSA is something that you need to do it for a long period of time, at least 6 months in continuous. So projects are something you can do in 15 days and 1 month for interview preparation if you have a lot of time. But like DSA is something you need to start early and then do it with a good period. So
Yeah.
there's this question, I can just read it from like they're quoting. Um, DSA is mandatory for data science. You need to know ML basics, ML algorithms, not just deep into it, but you need to know do a few projects on machine learning. As my course is Btech honors in AIML specialization, CSE, AIML specialization. So most of the jobs in my course curriculum come basically related to data science. So they require this thing like DSA is a must thing, Python, and then ML basics, ML algorithms, and one or two few projects, good projects in ML. So this is the basic thing required.
ठीक है. So Prashant is asking, can you advise me business is best or SD is best?
um, if you are like financially stable and you have a good idea, like I heard it somewhere and I thought it like if you are like if you want to do business, if you have a good idea or like average idea, you need to be consistent on that. And if you have a very good financial background, if you're ready to accept loss, then you can go with business.
Or if you just have a family, if you have like a Marwadi Gujju business family, then
Yes,
you don't need to do
definitely
all this SD.
business.
अपने आप you have it set आराम से.
Yes, because XD job is really very competitive right now nowadays. Like you might have heard about Atlassian revoke offers. They revoked all the
Yeah,
offers
yeah,
of,
yeah, correct.
yeah. So it's really like they got the PPO. They were going to join in 1 month or two, and then um, like they got that revoke. That would be so disheartening. So that is painful. So you can do business if you have financial background, you have a family who's doing a business. You are now accept you are ready to accept failure for
Yeah.
1 to 2 years. Then eventually you are consistent, you're right.
So Prakhar is asking, what can I start my DSA in Python or Java, which is more demand in the market right now? So we're ending the session in about 10 to 15 minutes. So whatever last important questions है डाल के रख लो अभी से.
So if you are into ML, go with Python. It's fine. If you want a data scientist, you can go with Python. For SD roles and business roles, you can try C++ and Java because I tried both and they were equally okay because Java has a plus point because it also gives you the opportunity to do development in Java also. C++
Hmm.
and have that development part. C++ is easy to code, like easy to learn and that part, and you have to do less number of coding, less number of lines in the code. So whatever suits you best. Start off with C++ if you haven't started yet, because I started with Java and that was really very hectic for me. But Java is good and demanding in market if you are asking about.
Oh, that's interesting to know because I thought Python is easier to do also. So.
So easy, it's easy, but Java is demanding. Like BlackRock, Atlassian, Microsoft, Amazon, they all require Java.
Oh.
So yeah, like Atlassian also has a backend with Java. Microsoft also has a backend with Java. So you need to learn it further. But start off with C++ as of now. If you haven't started and you are in your first year, so you can start.
So she has asked a great question. She's asked, what made your resume shine in comparison to the others? If possible, do you have like an older version or even if your recent version, if something about it you can share later on to show what your actual resume was like?
Yes, I could share. Like I'll share in that link.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So there was nothing specific, but because Atlassian had this link to everyone, whoever applied in the Women in Tech, like start applying in the month of May, June. Like I applied for Microsoft in the month of May, and I got the online assessment link in the month of September. So it
Oh,
was a huge gap,
yeah, it's
huge.
a massive gap.
I couldn't know that even if I applied it or not, I couldn't remember
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So for resume, you can do one shortcut trick I used to do was that there is a website called Great Learning. You can like write it there,
What's
Great Learning.
a great learning?
Yes. So it provides you different certifications in 30 to 40 minutes. So like if I applied to Atlassian, I certainly did a certification in Jira. Jira is a product of Atlassian.
Oh,
So so I did a certification in that, and then before applying to the company, I certainly mentioned that in the certifications part. So for Microsoft, yes, because I got shortlisted in my on-campus interview also for consultant role. So from among 2,000 students, I got selected in top 20 because of one thing, which was the certification part. From Great Learning, I did Microsoft Azure certifications, which no one was knowing that it's free of cost. So I
oh,
tried it. I did, I think 2 to 3 certifications, and then eventually got selected because of that only. So you can put certifications related to that field. Like if you are applying for PayPal, so
oh. The
it
spelling
uses
of great learning is like great or CRATE?
C. So here, not GREAT. Great,
Oh,
great.
oh, normal great learning. Okay,
Yeah, great learning.
okay.
Ah, so if you're applying for PayPal, they use Hadoop, so technology. So you can do a small certification from Great Learning, even if you don't know. Like I don't know Hadoop, what is Hadoop, but I for that moment of time completed that course in 30 minutes, and then I applied it. If I get an online assessment round or interview round, I'll just prepare in 1 hour or so, and if he asks into the deep questions related to Azure or something, I'll say that I just did it for a learning purpose, and you can know the basics in 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah,
Eventually, you are getting selected because of that, so
yeah,
it helps. But remove it if you are applying for any other company, because there would be
yeah.
more certifications and you need to explain all those. Like what if you ask about Hadoop, you're applying for a Microsoft. So to be at safer, please remove it before applying to other companies.
Okay. So the other questions. So Bunny has asked 2 months of placement season. I know DSA only beginner level. Basics of important subjects like CN and OS. What to follow now? Learn web dev and target small scale companies, or strengthen DSA and go for plan?
Strengthen DSA for now and do 30 to 40 minutes of web development daily. That's it. Don't do basic important subjects like CN and OS, because it is sometimes company specific. Like if you are applying for like XYZ company, you can ask to the seniors or the employees like which type of work is being done and what is basically asked in their interviews. You need to be very you need to have a good network on LinkedIn also. You can ask
Yeah.
out like क्या क्या पूछते हैं, then you can prepare. Basically some companies only ask SQL, no CN, no OS. So prepare accordingly, and you can prepare CN, OS, SQL queries and everything in 2 to 3 days. Trust me, you can do that. But DSA is something that you will need to
Yeah.
do for a long time. So go with and strengthen your DSA skills.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I think most of the questions are repeating now. Are there any other things that you would like to add on?
Question. This question of Anjali is that then it is you need not know to like need to know C before starting with C++. Also, I will suggest if you're starting off with a language, ekdam say if you are starting, then you can do a course. But even if you know C, you can complete the entire C++ basics in 10 to 15 days. Don't give that more than that much time, because eventually when you are doing DSA, you will study about it, or like you'll learn more about the language. So don't give 10, if you have a short period of time, don't give much time to the language.
So you weighed Java over Python. What would you weigh more between C++ and Java?
C++ and Java.
Yeah.
As seeing the market, Java is better, but for learning and interviews, you are good with C++ because it's easy and interesting. And if you want to go to CP also, it's C++ is better. But for companies demand, you can, like, if you want to switch to another language, like I switched from Java to C++ in just 2 days.
Oh,
It's not very tough to
yeah.
switch. Yeah, so it's easy.
Reena is asking placement projects for web dev. React, I know, also to learn backend for placement drive. So she knows React and she's asking about placement projects in web dev. And if she needs to learn
And
backend for the drive, placement drive.
you can do that for with Amazon clone project, basic e-commerce website for learning backend also. It's good. Go with an e-commerce website.
Okay.
Yes,
So,
and if you want to study JavaScript in depth, you should follow Akshay Sani.
Akshay?
Sani.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Akshay Singh.
He's best. He's known for God in JavaScript. So
Damn. So, what stack would you recommend if we are doing backend vagara, like Mon stack or any other thing? What do you think?
whatever you're choosing, just do it. Like, don't leave it for थोड़ा सा इसमें पढ़ लिया,
Hmm.
ऐसे मत करना. Do it completely. You can do Node.js, or simply, like, I am not now studying Java way backend because I need to work for that in my company, so I'm doing it like Java for backend.
Oh,
So अभी तो मुझे उसका ही ज़्यादा पता है, तो that's what.
fair enough. So for Vinayak and everybody else, she will be sharing an entire doc with a lot of resources of where to start from and what all places she applied on, like Telegram channels, and also her resume, which somebody else had also asked for. And you'll get that doc on the WhatsApp group in by tomorrow probably.
Yes.
So yeah, stay on the lookout for it. Other than that, before going, do you have anything else to say?
Vinayak, you can start with Striver, and as Avnish said, I'll share everything. So thank you for all joining me today. It's been an absolute honor sharing my reviews on this.
So, unfortunately, we're out of time for questions right now, but let's give another round of applause to our very sweet Diksha Dwivedi. You shared very valuable and important things. Like, genuinely, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone else also who joined us tonight. Just remember that the tech industry is very vast and full of opportunities that are still waiting to be seized. Just stay hopeful. And thank
And
you,
to
Diksha.
add on, I'll just say that ho jayega. You just have to be very faithful. Like, I'm not so very good in DSA. I know that there are very good DSA people or CP people, but you need to have that. If you have an interview tomorrow, just think हो गया है. You
Yeah,
don't have to क्या होगा कि नहीं होगा, हो गया है बस. Think that ways. हो ही जाएगा, हो गया है, मेरा नहीं होगा तो किसका होगा. Just be that, manifest every day. Every day, just manifest it from today till the day of getting your interview done. Just manifest.